Good afternoon, boys and girls. Today, for our club, we're going to be talking about jobs and occupations, just like with our counselling. Who do we have here? We've got a doctor. Good. He is a pilot. A pilot. A pilot is somebody who flies a plane or a helicopter. Who's this? It's a police officer. Good. Here are some jobs. Some of them we've talked about before, some of them we've not. First, we've got a cook. Good. A cook. Spell cook. C-O-O-K. Cook. Next, we've got a nurse. A nurse. Next, we've got a taxi driver. A taxi driver. A taxi is a car which you can get to drive you somewhere for money. A driver is the person who drives it. So it's a taxi driver. Next, we've got a doctor. A doctor. Spell doctor. D-O-C-T-O-R. D-O-C-T-O-R. Doctor. Number 5 is a police officer. A police officer. Police, let's spell that. P-O-L-I-C-E. Police. Officer, an officer is somebody who holds an office. So a police officer, a fire officer, an officer, that can be both for boy and girl. So it's good to call police officer. Next one is a teacher. Good. A teacher. Spell teacher. T-E-A-C-H-E-R. Teacher. Next we have a student. A student. A student is somebody who goes to a school or a university. Next one, we've got a farmer. A farmer. Somebody who works on a farm. Let's spell farmer. F-A-R-M-E-R. F-A-R-M-E-R. Farmer. Good. Okay. Which one of these are you? Are you a cook, a nurse, a taxi driver, a doctor, a police officer, a teacher, a student, or a farmer? That's right, you're a student. Let's say all of these words again. I'll say it first, and you say after me, okay? A cook, a nurse, a taxi driver, a doctor, a police officer, a teacher, a student, a farmer. Good. Let's practice making a sentence about jobs. The girl is pointing to the first person here and says, he's a cook. He's a cook. He's, that's short for he is. He is a cook, or he's a cook. He is, he's. She is, she's. Do we use he is for a girl or for a boy? That's right, for a boy, he is. And for a girl, we would say she is or she's. So we put he's or she's in front of the job. And remember, are a or an. Okay? So let's do number 1 again. He's a cook. Your turn. Again. Louder. Okay, good. The boy is pointing to person number 2. What is she? She's a teacher. Good. Again. Very good. Okay. What would we say for person number 3? First of all, are we going to say he's or she's? You're right, he's. He's a police officer. Say it together. He's a police officer. Good. He's a police officer. What about person number 4? All right, you say it for me. 1, 2, 3. Good. He's a doctor. Again. Very good. What about person number 5 here? Are we going to say he's or she's? We're going to say she's. Good. She's a... Good. She's a nurse. Again, she's nurse. Good. What about person number 6? So he's not got a job, he's got an occupation. What's his occupation? Well, he's a student. Yeah, just like you. He's a student. What about this person? What is he? He's a, can you remember, a taxi driver. You say it? Good, he's a taxi driver. This is his taxi. He is the driver. Brum, 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 brum. What do we think? Does he look cool or scary? I think he looks a bit scary, this guy. What is her occupation? What is her occupation? She's a student. Good. Just like you. She's a student. Good. What about this lady? She's farmer. Good. She's a farmer. What is she growing? Is that rice? I think that's rice. All right. Now it's time to go to your Let's Go workbook. On page... Oh, Teacher Dave, why have you not got the page ready? On page 30, we've got a word search. You've got to find each of the words, and when you find them, you have to cross them out. So the first one is cook. K-U-K. So we circle around. And if you want to make it look extra nice, you can also color it in to make it look more pretty. Okay, nurse. Can we find nurse? So let's look for N-U. N and U. Oh, here's N-U. Oh, wait, that can't go there. Oh, look. N-U. What's the next letter? R-S-E. Oh, look. There's nurse. So let's circle. Ooh. Try and draw a nicer circle than Teacher Dave did. Cross off nurse, and I'm going to color nurse in light blue. Oops. Because I really like light blue. Well, you can color it better than I am doing with this with this highlighter. Okay, so go down the list, find the letters. A good trick is to look for the first 2 letters together, or look for a letter that you don't usually see, like letter X. There's probably only Yeah, if we look for letter X, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4 X's. So we're looking for an X with an A and an I next to it. This X doesn't have A or I, neither does this X. Oh, this X has an A and an I. I wonder if the rest of it says taxi driver. Once you've finished this, oh, and you don't need to color in letters. Once you've finished that, let's go down to section B. Here we're just writing the job the person has, and we've got a word bank here. So a cook we've used already. He's a cook. Next one, she's a nurse. So we write a nurse. Good. Okay. And then do the same for the other two. Okay, that's us for today, guys. Thanks so much. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next week.